Alright, Shalom. It's Brother Isaiah from GMS Raleigh, GMS North Carolina. Came back from another Lord's Holy Edifying lesson. Before we go any further, with all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honor to the Apostle knows a great millstone teaching us to understand truth according to the Bible well, and peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Right, gonna do a little bit of an impromptu lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Once again, Lord's will in this lesson is edifying. This is Romans 13:11, in that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep. Right, as we've been given the spirit of understanding to understand and discern, right, spirit of discernment to discern the signs of the times. Right, the things that Yahweh Shema Shai are doing in the earth, and the judgments that He's bringing forth in the earth, and able to link them with biblical prophecy. Right, to know the times that we're in, that it is high time to wake out of sleep. Right, you look at this definition for high time, it goes into something that should have been done a very long time ago, because there's a due date into where Yahweh Shema Shai is going to be taking His word off the streets, as Esau Edom is constantly coming up with wiles, trickery to trick the masses of the people, through his deception and witchcraft, with the means of what's the word I'm looking for? Of regulating everything, right? Through order out of chaos. He will bring forth his MWO. I believe I was watching the beloved brother Mike Yalla in the GMS Los Angeles camp. He was going into, I believe it was like some type of solar storm, that Esau Edom, which I think that's a little old. I think I've heard that before. Esau Edom was predicting that this solar storm was going to be messing with the internet, right? So there's going to come a time where this wisdom and knowledge and understanding is not going to be so easily accessible. So with us knowing the time that we're in, right, we must understand that it's high time to wake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed, right? Our salvation is drawing nigh at hand, right? Just watched Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Gabar's, I read the title, right? He went on another walk today, I think like 5 or 6 miles, more than likely had the weight vest on, and he titled the lesson, 2025, 2026 could really be the end, somewhere along the lines could be the end of Babylon. Right? And that's what we're praying for, this to be the end of this kingdom. The end of Babylon the Great, As verse 12 says, the night is far spent, right? Let's get a definition for far spent. Look it up. There's one that pops up. Just do a search the web real quick. And far spent, the night is far spent. What does it says? The day of the Lord could come at any time. Now Paul writes that the night is far gone and the day is at hand. He describes the moment when the sky turns gray and the birds begin to stir before the sun breaks the horizon. Spiritually, this is symbolic moment begins when death was defeated at the resurrection of Yahweh Shai. That's a pretty good definition. More so where it talks about, he describes the moment when the sky turns gray and the birds begin to stir before the sun breaks the horizon, right? So for brothers that have been up, you don't really hear I don't want to say you don't hear the birds as much. It depends really geographically where you may live, if you have if a birds are set up their nest. But early in the morning, before the sky breaks, before the sun comes out in the morning, the birds start singing, right? And it's winter time, so you may not hear that as much. Going into fall, into winter, right? Fall season. But I notice I don't hear it anymore. For one, this is Romans 13 and 12. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, knowing that the return of Yahweh Shai is nigh at hand. We should be waking up out of sleep, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, casting off the works of this wicked and sinful world, this wicked and sinful kingdom. Babylon the Great teaches you how to be, right? You got to cast those things behind you and put on the armor of light, right? This knowledge, this wisdom, this marvelous light, that we have been called onto as an armor, a protection from the evilness that's coming, right? For the evilness that is here. Verse 13, let us walk honestly as in the day, in rioting and not, it says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying, but put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. So make not provision for the flesh, the act of providing or supplying something for use. It says supplying. It says the amount or thing supplied or provided. So don't feed the flesh. Don't provide the flesh the thing that needs to overcome the spirit, right? They have the old Native American proverb, right? What wolf is the strongest? And it's wolf that you feed. The wolf that you feed is going to be stronger. So if you're constantly feeding the spirit, your spirit is going to be strong enough to outweigh the flesh. Scripts say that the spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. And you can, of course, be disciplined with your diet. You can be disciplined with your sleeping schedule, right? With exercising. And these things will strengthen your flesh, right? And amplify your spirit. Those things that we mentioned are amplifiers of the spirit, right? This is 2 Peter's 3 and verse 12. Yep, verse 12. 11 Slakia. It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, right? Because this kingdom, the Lord is going to utterly dissolve this place with the chariots of fire, right? Coming down from out of the heavens with Yahweh Shai coming with the band of angels in righteousness, judging and making war with America, right? With the beast in the nations of the world. You see, in the thermonuclear destruction, the Lord is going to rain upon Babylon the Great. This place is going to be utterly dissolved. It says, looking forward and hasting, verse 11, skip the verse. It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Right? Holy conversation and living in a godly manner. Verse 11 in NLT, since everything around us is going to be destroyed like this, what holy and godly lives you should live. Right? We should be living holy and godly lives. Right? And that's separate from this world. You should be different. He doesn't eat those type of foods. Oh, he doesn't, indulge in this type of entertainment. Yeah, that should be you. You should be the outcast, of this, of your family, of your, so-called cousins and all these so-called co-workers, you should be nothing like them, right? Holy meaning to be separate, pure, honest, right? Just. Let's see if this definition for holy conversation is. Well, holy, we get holy and then we get conversation. It says, a saint, the most holy thing. Check out the root. Sacred, pure, right? Exciting reverence. An exciting reverence. A pure from carnality, right? Pure meaning free from carnality. Chaste, modest, right? Pure from every fault. Immaculate. You gotta be immaculate, clean, right? And I do have one scripture that kind of came to my mind, and we'll get it after this. James, the first chapter. Let's get conversation. It's like, yeah, clicked on the wrong button. This is okay, cool. Forgetting how to use this Blue Letter app sometimes. All holy conduct. Okay, so pulled up the NLT. Bear with me, brothers, and a few sisters that are listening and learning. Right. This is conversation. It's anastrophe. You have a page called GMSNORTHCAROLINA, right? That's the blood brother out there in Dallas. The blood brother Yatazak, right? GMSNORTHCAROLINA, and it says manner of life, a conduct, behavior, right? So a manner of life. So the manner that you should be living your life. You have someone like have some manners, right? You don't hear that. People don't have manners nowadays. When you walk through a door, if you're carrying a heavy box, or if your hands are full, you have bags in your hand. No one holds the door open for you anymore, right? People don't have manners in this society, but we, as the holy people of Yahweh Shema Shai, our manner of life must reflect, godliness, reflect what the scriptures of the truth of Yahweh Shema Shai teaches us to be like, a conduct, a behavior. So our manner of life should be holy, separate from this world. This is James, right? James chapter 1, verse 21, wherefore lay apart all filthiness, right? So you have to lay, this world is very filthy. You know how we just talked about being pure, being clean? Well, this world, it's nothing but filthiness. It makes you dirty. It's profane, right? It's outside that which is holy, that which is sacred. You see, nothing's sacred in this world anymore. The act of a man and woman, coming together, that's supposed to be sacred. Now you can meet a girl at the club and you can hit her off in the car. You just met to show you 5 minutes ago. Nothing sacred about this world. It says, this is James 1:21. It says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness. Right? This word superfluity, it's a good definition. The fourth definition, this is what we'll read. It says the residue remains. A residue is like the leftover remains. You might have incense that burns. You might see the ashes. Or that might be a decent example. That's like the residue. That's the remainder. Or it's just like a small amount. But it says the residue remains, Slakia, the wickedness remaining over in the Christian, which a Christian is just a follower of the Mashiach, the anointed, which are the Israelites, the true followers of Yahushai, from his state prior to conversion. Right, so there's a residue of wickedness that is still within there. As we always say, we're fighting the old man. And the old man wants you to doubt and to think that this kingdom's gonna continue on forever. And he's constantly trying to creep up and get back into the driver's seat. Right? But Yahweh Shai his spirit's in the driver's seat now. And we gotta let the Lord guide us. We gotta move by faith. We gotta know that we're on a destination that leadeth unto salvation, right? So for us to lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, right? That shouldn't be too hard for us. That should be something that you should be willingly wanting to do. And it reads, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul, right? The engrafted word that is able to save your soul, right? When you look up this word, naughtiness, it goes into ill will. There's malice, right? Wickedness that is not ashamed to break laws, right? Wow. So we gotta be ashamed when it comes to breaking the laws of Yahweh Shema Shai. Scripture say, in malice be ye children, right? So when it comes to concerning malice and wickedness, we need to be children, right? No, I'm not. We're not doing that. Yahweh Shema Shai says, and said no, and we gotta be obedient. Children who are in order are very obedient. They don't ask questions. They just do. Right? They understand what they're, especially with that firm. That your father speaks to you all firm and direct. The child is just gonna do. He's gonna, because he fears that order. Right? It says this engrafted word is able to save your soul. And Esau Edom, he's here to devour souls. Right? Should say be sober, be vigilant. Right? Be sober minded, be on your guard, be on watch, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Right? But this engrafted word is able to save your soul, save you from the clutches of one who is constantly out for your... A lion is on the hunt, and he's very patient. So you gotta understand that the spiritual demon Satan is studying you, watching you. Right? He's constantly watching you. So what you gotta do? You gotta watch yourself. You gotta make sure that you are keeping yourselves in line with the scriptures tell us to do. It says, but be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. It says, yep, we're going to close out on this. This is 1 Peter 4 and 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch on to prayer. One thing I started doing, I'll share with you, brothers. Every time I see 144, right? Brothers see it all the time within society. I started sending up a quick prayer of gratitude. Whatever it may be. Something short. Showing gratitude to Yahweh Shema Shai. Because we can get so caught up on the things that we hate about this society and miss the bigger picture of everything the Lord's doing for us, big and small, right? You notice that today, your legs are feeling a little better, but thank the Lord, Send up a prayer thanking Yahweh Shema Shai. So I just want to share that with you, so we should be constant in prayer, constant in watchings, right? Because the end of all things, the end of society is on day is about to break. The night is about to be over. So continue to stay prayed up, continue to watch and pray, And Lord's willing, Yahweh Shema Shai comes back and delivers us soon. So next time I say Shalom.